How's it going, everyone? So today we're going to do a no BS review over the beta of Elden Ring Night Reign. I had a blast with this game, so if you guys just want to come here for the first few seconds and just get my initial thoughts, I had a blast with this game. This game is going to be a ton of fun, especially once you get to play with friends. Once you get to communicate with friends, it's just going to get that much better. I was able this morning to get to beat Night 3. It was my first time ever beat Night 3. We got the dub. We all did the L1 weapon dance at the end of it. Super fun time, and you get a lot of rewards for beating it too. You're able to use like runes on your characters, like relics, and put them on your characters to make them like more buffed. But they also have like a currency, as you guys could see on the bottom right on the screen. There's a currency. I wasn't able to find out where I could use the currency. I'm assuming that's going to come out in the full game, but just had a fun time with this game. I am definitely excited for when this game drops on May 30th. Able to play with friends and just knowing the flow and how the game goes and just seeing more bosses as it goes. I think the craziest thing is when Margit just comes into the arena and stalks you. I thought that was a pretty cool idea and well executed. And if you're not ready up or leveled up enough, you're going to get wrecked. I got wrecked a couple times when he made an appearance, and they have like an ant swarm that comes and gets you too. This game is all about leveling up as quick as you can, go into signs of graces, and make sure you level up. Make sure you get the first few levels up quickly. So once you kill a couple bosses, make sure you're hitting a sign of grace immediately so you could get stronger and get your health up fast. That's why you do a camp first and get your first few levels. I think that's the main strategy, and hit those churches. Those churches should be your go-to areas to visit, especially in the first 2 nights. You got to hit those churches. At least get one church on the first day and make sure you get that second church on the second day, because those flasks are so essential to longevity and being able to fight a boss. It could cost you a game if you don't have enough flasks. So get those flasks, hit up those churches. When I first played this game, I got wrecked. It was just learning Elden Ring all over again and learning the new dynamic of this game and learning the pace. At first I was like, man, I gotta go fast, but you don't have to. Once that first game chaos like swept over my head, the second rounds and every round after that was just learning and not having to rush too much, just knowing where to go, sites to visit that are important, that are going to get you a lot of experience. Those are so essential. Like, you can see me dying a bunch on this run, just learning these new characters too. I just had a blast. So if you guys just want to know, is this game going to be worth $40? Yes, absolutely. This game's going to be a blast. The first day they had server issues, but the second day things went smoothly. Hopefully they have another open test so they could really test the servers, because they don't want day one when this game drops and everyone just having, like we did on the first day, not being able to log on. Hopefully they have an open beta test for everyone to join, because that's going to be so essential for everyone and the smoothness of the release of this game. It's going to be crucial, and hopefully they do so. But yeah, I just had a blast. I had a blast with this game, besides all the deaths and trying out new characters. I really like the Duchess. I really like the Wilder. It has some cool buffs for each character. This game is all about, at least for the first few levels, teamwork. If you're able to team up and have that cohesiveness, you're going to be able to defeat some hard bosses off the rip and get a lot of experience. Like I ran by that Sentinel in this playthrough. I think a couple playthroughs before, my teammates and I actually beat him together because we were just vibing and just wrecked him super fast. So I think having that cohesiveness, it's just going to get you far in this game. Teamwork is going to be a big part of this game. They only had 3-player co-op. So far, you can go solo or you can have duos. There's a couple of times where it just, I got into the game, it was just me and some other person. So I don't know if it was like how the difficulty was stacked or measured in that way. But there was a couple of times where people actually left, or some people just got AFK'd, and we were just there, 2 people versus like mobs that were supposed to be for 3 people. So yeah, that was fun to experience. But as far as the nights go and the gameplay loop, it's a ton of fun. Hopefully they mix up more of the map and areas, because kind of like a Fortnite map, everything is usually the same. You just like Fortnite, you launch into a different zone every time. It's not that you don't launch the same spot every single time. That is where you can see the Fortnite influence, and where as the ring closes, you really got to run out of it. You don't lose too much health in the ring unless you're like low health, then it's going to really be chunking at you. There's a couple times where I had to run into the rain just to hit a side of grace, just to level up real quick, before I fought like an end day boss. So you have that leeway to do so, and the relics are pretty cool. There was like one relic where I was able to like heal myself and heal everyone around me by having that one of those 3 relics attached to my character. Pretty cool level ups too. After bosses, you get like little perks. I think the one perk where you're able to dash and there's a lightning attack that follows you, you could use that to your advantage. I got that with the Duchess a bunch. So I would just go up to an enemy. If they're close to me, I would just dodge, and lightning bolt would just like kill the lower life enemies super fast. So there's a lot of strategy going into this. Finding a good loadout, able to find a good loadout off the rip, and fighting bosses and getting their loot. I just had fun. I just want to keep playing, especially I just want to communicate with my buddies and just wreck some more, and having the ability of more different end bosses and seeing what else is going to come your way. I had a blast with this game. I don't know what else I could say about it. I know a lot of people were skeptical about this game. This game is not going to be for everyone, but I am a huge fan of Elden Ring. I'm a huge fan of Souls-like games, and I am a huge fan of roguelike games. So that mixture together, that marriage of these two, it's just like, what else can I ask for, you know? This is something about, it's like a dream come true for me. Having one of the games I love the most into a roguelike setting, you can't beat it. I had a fun time with this game. You definitely are stronger, I feel, since you level up so quick in this game. Like, trash mobs aren't really tough for long unless you go to like those mini bosses across the world, which is nice. You have that power fantasy. You're just like crushing mobs, finding stronger weapons, finding cool weapons. I like the power fantasy. Like, you can see an ant right here on this on the map. We got invaded. Instead of getting invaded by like Margit, sometimes you get invaded by a ton of ants, flying ants, ground ants. It's wild, and I can only see that getting more crazy once the full game releases, because I'm sure they're gonna have more like invasions like this in the full game. I believe there's gonna be 8 characters at launch. I was only able to play all 4 characters that were in this playtest. My favorite were Duchess, and also Wilder was an awesome one. The cool abilities. Wilder has a cool ability that usually always staggers the enemy down, and then if you pair that with Duchess, she could have like a reset, so you could actually get 2 reposes if she snaps her finger right, or she uses her ability at the right time. You're able to get like 2 reposes, which is pretty badass. It's all about timing. It's all about like gelling with one another and having that, you know, that cohesiveness. That's all I got to say about this game. Try it out. It's going to be a $40 game. Hopefully they have another beta closer to May 30th. That's an open beta. I really hope they do, because I think that's what Elden Ring did. They had a closed playtest, and then they had a open playtest. So let's hope that comes to fruition and we get that. All right, guys, love you to pieces. Elden Ring NIGHTREIGN, definitely recommend. I know not a lot of people are going to love it, but like I said, I'm a big fan of Elden Ring. I'm a big fan of roguelikes. If you're a fan of both, you're going to like this game a bunch, I would say. That's been my honest review about the game. Am I biased? I don't think so. I would tell you guys if it was not a fun game, but I had a fun experience. There's only one thing that really threw me off. The Wilder's first sword misses. Like, you could see yourself slicing the enemy, the blade goes right through him, and you don't hit anything. You have to do like a jump attack. I don't know, like the first few instances, like first few mobs you try to fight with that sword, appears like you're holding nothing. I don't know, it's just that sword. Every other sword like felt good, and just for like the first minute or so. So that's the only like bug I found in the game. Besides one time I was just taking damage out of nowhere, but that only happened once. I was like just chunking down health. I didn't know what was hitting me. There was like no ailments on me. I don't know. It was just like very weird. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, give a subscribe. I appreciate you guys to the most. Stay risen, stay rising. Till next time, peace. Oh yeah.